Look, women don't remember things about men that they don't like. You could have a solid conversation with her, and if she doesn't like you, when she sees you the next time, she'll act like you're a total stranger.
Sucks, but that's the reality, man.
Yo, Coco, man, what's the most obvious sign a girl gave you that she actually wanted you to come and ask her out, and then you totally missed it?
I'll have to think about this one.
Oh, really? I know you've got an interesting story that you can probably share with us. Maybe even just one or two, man. So why don't you just share one or two for the audience?
Okay, I got one. So there was this girl I met in a corner store in northwest London, right? I didn't miss her sign though, but actually she was quite blatant. She literally walked up to me and said, "Excuse me, you're really attractive, you know?" Just when I was paying for my stuff. And when I turned to look at her, I mean, she wasn't too bad herself, so I thanked her and I kept it pushing. I saw that she was hoping for a compliment back though, at least, but I didn't give one. And the truth is, it wouldn't have been genuine anyway, because although she was kind of attractive, I wasn't interested at all, because to me, she just seemed a bit too young and immature. And at that point in my life, immaturity was the last thing that I needed.
Obviously, man. I can totally see that happening.
I mean, I knew she wanted me to get her contact and make something happen. But at that point in my life, purpose was more important to me than women. But there was a time before when I'd missed the signs as if I was a blind man. And it was all because I didn't know what to look for, which is exactly what Chris and I will be breaking down in today's episode. And it's the signs she wants you to ask her out, because we know that, like us back in the day, most of you are missing them completely. What's going on? I'm Koko and I'm from Ghana.
And I'm Chris and I'm from Nigeria.
And between both of us, we've got over 20 years of real world experience in the dating game.
Not from textbooks and not from TikTok, but from actually being out here taking those L's and learning the hard way.
And in today's episode, we're breaking down something many guys struggle with, and that's decoding the signs that she wants you to ask her out.
Because let's be real here, okay? Most of you are waiting for a woman to come out and say, "Hey, I like you, please ask me out," right?
But the reality is that's never going to happen, my guy.
So this episode is for the man who's been reading the signals all wrong or not reading them at all.
So without any further delay, let's jump straight into the episode. So the first thing you need to understand here is that women are wired to signal interest and not to declare it.
Why do you think that is?
Because they want to feel safe. They want you to lead, and they want to know if you've got the confidence to act first. So instead of blatantly saying, "I want you," she'll say, "Let me see if you're a man enough to pick up on this." And this is what throws most guys off, mainly because they make the mistake of looking for certainty. But that's not how women operate. Instead of giving you direct hints, they'll give you several subtle and more indirect signs at different moments over time. So you got to be able to pick up on them. If you wait for her to come to you and explicitly say, "Ask me out," you've already lost her, my guy. Because by the time you're sure about her, she's already moved on to a guy who had the confidence to read the signs and act then and there.
All right, let's get into the body language signs, because these ones do not lie. If a woman's really interested in you, her body will show it before her mouth ever does.
This is an irrefutable fact, so pay close attention.
Sign number one. She positions herself towards you. Watch her feet, her shoulders, and her body actually face you. When you're in a group of people, she angles herself in your direction. And this is not random at all. She's not doing that with any guy she sees as just a friend or even somebody she's not interested in. Over the years, when we have coaching calls and we ask clients these questions, what we notice is that most guys never ever pay attention to these signs. So we have a lot of women frustrated that some men just cannot see it, even if it's right in front of them.
Sign number two, she gets closer to you. Now, a woman interested in you will find any and every reason to stand near you in a group or in a public setting. If you're seated far away, she'll find a way to put herself within your vicinity. You'll be minding your business, and before you know it, voila, she accidentally ends up in your space, right? Here's a fact though. Women do not move closer to men they don't like. So if she's moving closer to you at all times, she wants you to make a move, and that is ask her out.
Sign number three. She makes moves to touch you, even like, look, if she's brushing your arm or playfully nudging you or even places her hand on your shoulders, that's not her being friendly. That's what Koko and I call comfort plus attraction. I want you to think back to the last few women who rejected you. Did they ever try to touch you? Or do they make sure that they kept the distance? And I'm not saying that if she touches you, it's a complete guarantee that she even wants you. What we're saying here is that it's just one of those signs that you should look out for, but it's really not the holy grail.
Sign number 4. She mirrors your every move. Now, when you're interacting with a woman who likes you or who wants you to ask her out, she tends to do the following things. She's gonna lean in when you lean in, she smiles when you smile, and she's gonna relax when you relax. Basically, she's gonna begin to subconsciously align herself with you. And people generally, especially women, only mirror people they like and admire. But if she's closed off, looking away, distracted, or on her phone the entire time, she's not sending you mixed signals, my man. That means she's not interested in you. So don't make excuses for her. If her body language is telling you no, you better believe it.
Now that we're done with the physical signs, let's move on to the verbal signs. Now I want you to focus on what she says, because this is where guys start to overthink things. There's a simple rule. If she's interested, she gets really curious.
So sign number 1, she asks you personal questions, not surface level stuff like, how was your day, right? Questions like, what do you do for fun? Are you seeing anyone? What made you move to this city? That's a woman who's invested in trying to understand who you are as an individual. It's also possible that she's just doing this for validation, because the reality is women do love to talk. But if she's asking you these questions and also showing the other signs, then my dude, it's clear that she's moving in the direction of actually liking you. And that's a good thing.
Sign number 2, she remembers the details. If she brings up something you told her before, that means she was listening and she cares about details concerning you. Look, women don't remember things about men that they don't like. You could have a solid conversation with her, and if she doesn't like you, when she sees you the next time, she'll act like you're a total stranger.
Sucks, but that's the reality, man. Sign number 3, she teases you. She says things like, you're trouble, I can tell. You give me player vibes. You seem like a wild card. Stuff like this is overt flirting and is definitely not accidental. So be on the lookout for these. Very important.
Sign number 4, she hints that she's single. Look, she's never gonna come to you and say, I'm single, please date me. But what she will say is stuff like, dating apps are a mess these days. I'm not really seeing anyone right now. That's her opening the door for you so you can walk through. So what are you going to do about it? This is not the time for you to play Mr. Nice Guy. It's the time for you to look her in the eyes and say, I know dating today is a total mess, but you haven't tried me yet though.
That's a good one, no lie. Gotta have the right energy behind it though. Sign number 5, she asks you about your plans. Now, if she asks you something like, what are you doing this weekend? She's not trying to make small talk. She's basically trying to find out if you're free to ask her out. And if you respond with just your schedule and don't ask her out, you, my friend, just fumbled a very good opportunity. I mean, think back to the last few times this happened to you. You see those parts where you told her, yeah, I don't really got nothing going on this weekend. That was your chance to get something set up, man. But not to worry though. If you're out there putting in the work, other opportunities will come your way. So just keep putting in the work.
Absolutely. All right, before we continue, if you gain any value from this video, hit the like button and drop us a comment below telling us which sign you've missed before. And look, you can be honest, we've all missed this sign. There's no judgment here at all. And if you know someone who's terrible at reading signs, share this video with them. Also, if you want to support the work that we do here, you could buy us a cup of coffee. The link is in the description, and make sure that you subscribe to the channel. All right, let's keep going.
All right, so now that we've got into the body language signs and the verbal signs, let's get into the situational signs. Now, this is where everything becomes undeniable. Let's get into it. Sign number 1, she keeps showing up around you. When you go to the gym, she pops up there. You go to an event, she's there. You go to grab a bite at your favorite food spot, she's there. Almost everywhere you go, you keep randomly seeing her. Just know that it's not random though. She's putting herself in your orbit on purpose. Women don't accidentally show up to places that you are multiple times. They're extremely intentional and calculated. So the next time you come across a woman showing up at different places you're at and you feel that she might be interested in you, make a move. Who knows where it will go? Because that's actually how Chris met his last girlfriend. Right?
Oh man, Coco's right about that. That's exactly how I met her. Sign number 2, she tends to prolong the conversation. You can almost feel like she does not want the conversation to end. So she keeps asking questions and questions. Even when the conversation is obviously winding down, she just magically finds reasons to stay. That's interest right there. If she wanted to leave, she would in a heartbeat, and you know it.
You know it, my man. You know it. Sign number 3. She creates opportunities for you. In this case, she'll say things like, you should check out this place. We should compare playlists. I'm usually here on Fridays, right? She's basically screaming at you, ask me out. I'm giving you the alley-oop, right? Without screaming at you, of course. If you don't take the shot, she's gonna assume you're not interested, and most women take these things as rejection because in their mind, you clearly understood what they were trying to communicate, but you decided intentionally to not budge. That's just how they think about it.
Sign number 4. She laughs at your jokes, even the bad ones. If she's laughing at your jokes that are not even funny, my guy, that is attraction because she's not laughing at the joke. She's laughing because she likes you. She doesn't give a rat's posterior about your jokes. Trust me, you're not Kevin Hart and you're definitely not Chris Rock. So don't let it get to your head.
Don't let her get to your head, my boy, because that's how dudes fall. Sign number 5. She talks about activities she wants to do. Now, in instances like this, a woman may say, I've been wanting to try that new restaurant. I heard that movie's good. I hear that ice cream is to die for, right? She's not telling you just to tell you, my dude. She's telling you, hoping you'll say something along the lines of, oh, let's go grab it together, or let's go see it together, right? Women usually want you to take the lead. But if you're not getting the hint, then they'll decide to give you a little help if they really, really like you. If not, she's just gonna pass.
Now let's move into the part that most guys usually get wrong. Now this is the part that you need to understand or you mess everything up. 1 sign? Maybe nothing. 2 signs? That's definitely a strong maybe. 3 or more consistently, my guy, that is interest. Because the biggest mistake that guys make is this. You see one signal and you start to overthink. Does she like me? Am I imagining it? Or worse, you ignore 5 signals because you don't believe she could actually like you. That's insecurity talking, and it'll cost you opportunities with so many beautiful women. But here's what you do instead. Look for clusters of signs. If she's positioning herself near you, asking you personal questions, and creating opportunities to hang out, that is no longer a coincidence. That's a pattern. And once you see the pattern, it's time for you to actually take action.
So when we say it's time for you to take action, we're not saying rip your shit and go, it's action time, right?
Definitely don't do that. You could get arrested.
What you actually need to do is, once you notice the patterns within the woman who might want you to ask her out, don't hesitate, don't overthink, and don't start texting her for 2 weeks straight. Instead, just let her know, I've enjoyed talking to you, right? I would like to grab a drink with you sometime this week. Are you free? Or you seem cool. Let's continue this over coffee another time. This is simple, direct, and confident. No pressure, no weird energy, and no overcomplicated compliments. This is what women respond to. And here's the thing, even if you misread the signs and she says no to you, you're still gonna be looked at as better off than the guy who never asked at all. Because at least now you know, right? You know where you stand with her, whether she likes you or not. And you're not sitting there and wondering, what if, I don't know, does she, right? The reality is most of the time, if a woman is showing you 3 or more of these signs, she's most likely gonna say yes to her if you ask her out. That's just a fact.
Now let's flip it. Let's look at the signs that she's not interested, because we don't want you wasting your time. This is actually just as important to know when she's not interested.
Or you're gonna get called rapist. True. Or weirdo. True. Stalker. True. That's the last thing we want for you.
Absolutely.
See, the thing is, a lot of dudes today read signs that aren't there. And this part of the episode is meant to point out the signs that she's not interested. So, sign number 1, she avoids being alone with you. If every time you suggest hanging out and she brings friends, she is not interested in you, my guy. She's keeping you in the friend zone intentionally. Cut her off.
Sign number 2, her responses are short and delayed. Look, if she's giving you one-word answers and taking hours to respond, that's not her being busy. That's a sign that she's just not interested. And you might ask, then why did she give me a number? Great question. Maybe at the time she felt that, you were not really a bad option. But later on, when she got time to think about it, she changed her mind. Are you saying that women are not allowed to change their minds anymore? Come on, man, stop it. Just move on and find the women who are showing you consistency. It's really that simple.
Sign number 3, She talks about other guys in your presence. Now, if she's constantly bringing up other men she's interested in or dating, my guy, you've been friend-zoned. Basically, she sees you as a safe person to talk to, but not as a hot, burning romantic option. And check this out. It doesn't even matter if you guys have already had some sort of intimate moments. If she's always bringing up other guys, regardless of this fact that you have kind of been with her, she's rewriting the terms of your contract. And now she's gonna see you as more of a friend than as a potential romantic interest. So once you notice this, don't try to hold on to her. Don't try to convince her of what happened. You need to let her go. That's just what it is.
Sign number 4, she never initiates contact. Look, if you're the one always texting first, calling first, and making plans first, that's not her being shy. She just does not care enough to reach out. I must also say that there are some women who will not reach out first no matter what. Usually these women fear rejection so much so that they would only agree to meet up with you if you ask first. So you just really have to know her personality to be able to pick out these types.
So be vigilant, my friend. Be vigilant. Sign number 5, she doesn't make time for you. Now, if she's always busy, but you see her making time for other people, she's not too busy, right? She's just not interested in making time for you, and that's okay. We don't force things over here. Instead, you need to move on to someone who actually wants to spend their time around you.
I fully agree and approve of that message. Now let me leave you with this. Women are not confusing. You just haven't been taught how to read them. Look, once you understand the signals, stop chasing the wrong women and you start to recognize the ones who are already choosing you. Now that's the real game. This is not about trying to convince a woman to like you, but you need to recognize when she already does and having that confidence inside of you to act on it. So what Koko and I want you to do is to pay attention to the patterns and trust that what you're seeing in front of you is real and you're not overthinking it, because the guy who hesitates loses to the guy who takes action 100%.
100%. All right, KC fam, we're gonna wrap up here. So if you've got a friend who's always saying, bro, I don't know what to do, I don't know if she likes me, I can't tell, I'm confused, send this episode to him. You might just be saving his dating life. Also, if you got any value from this episode, don't forget to hit the like button, drop us a comment, and subscribe to the channel. And lastly, if you'd like to support the channel by buying us a cup of coffee, you can do that with the link in the description below as well. All right, my guy, that's all we've got for you today. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.